Hi kiddos! I'm going to read you a story today, and the title of our book today is called One Winter's Day. Now, it's wintertime now. Our winter's not really all that cold yet, but maybe, hopefully, we'll get some snow. This is about our friend the little hedgehog though. And the author of our book is Christina Butler, and the illustrator is the person who, hopefully you said, draws the pictures, is Tina McNaughton. One Winter's Day. Little Hedgehog was making his bed for the winter when a sudden gust of wind blew him right off the steep. It took a hold of his cozy nest and it tossed it high into the air. Look, there he goes. That was a big gust of wind. Little Hedgehog trembled as the wind whistled around him, and he wondered what he's going to do because he didn't have a nest anymore. He caught hold of his scarf and his hat and his mittens before they blew away, and he tried to find shelter under the tree roots. But wherever he went, the wind blew there really strong as well. I'll have to stay with Badger until this storm is gone, he said to himself at last, and he pulled his woolly hat firmly down over his prickles, and then he snuggled into his cozy scarf, and he put his mittens on his little paws, and with a deep breath, he set off. The wind was even stronger out in the meadow. Leaves swirled here and there, and the snowflakes, they filled the air. Little Hedgehog hadn't gone far when he bumped into a family of field mice that were shivering in the long grass. I've never known such a storm, squeaked Mother Mouse. The wind has blown our nest far away, and my poor babies, they're so cold. My home got blown away too as well, said Little Hedgehog, and I'm on my way to stay with Badger. But I have just the thing to warm you up. And he took off his woolly hat and he gave it to the mice. And there, they crawled right inside of it. Oh, this is lovely, so lovely, they squeaked, and they snuggled down out of the wind. Thank you, Little Hedgehog. Remember, we talked about this. If somebody gives you something, we say, hopefully you said thank you, like Little Hedgehog. Little Hedgehog tucked his nose down inside of his skirt, like this, and he ran along the racing river. Otter was on the bank, huffing and puffing. Try that. Feel how warm it is? Onto his paws. Hello, Otter, shouted Little Hedgehog. What are you doing? Oh, hello, Hedgehog, replied Otter. My fur keeps me warm, but my paws are freezing. Well, here, have these, said Little Hedgehog, and he gave Otter his mittens. These should do the trick. Thank you, Little Hedgehog, said Otter. These are great. But shouldn't you be at home in this cold weather? I don't have a home anymore, said Little Hedgehog sadly. The wind blew it all the way. And then running on, he cried, I'm going to stay with Badger. Little Hedgehog's a very good friend. By the time Little Hedgehog reached the woods, the snow was getting deeper. On and on he struggled, picking his way between the snowdrifts as the wind howled all around him. Look, his scarf is going straight up because it's so windy. A mother deer and her fawn, a fawn is a baby deer, were sheltering in the bushes. Oh, Little Hedgehog, why aren't you in your nest in this awful storm? She asked him. So Little Hedgehog told Mother Deer about his nest blowing away. But as he spoke, he saw that the little fawn was shaking with the cold. Here, take this, he said, giving the fawn a scarf. How kind you are, said Mother Deer. Thank you, Little Hedgehog. He looks so much warmer now, doesn't he? Little Hedgehog pattered on, faster and faster. But just as he finally saw Badger's house at the bottom of the hill, he skidded on the icy path. Help! Help, he cried, and he went bumping and bouncing down through the snow and became one little hedgehog snowball, it looks like. Can you see? Badger was making his tea by the fire when he heard a big thud outside. What was that? He cried, and he dropped his toast. He opened the door, and a prickly snowball rolled in through it. Gracious me, he said. It's Little Hedgehog. Badger carried Little Hedgehog to an armchair by the fire and gave him a cup of tea. Little Hedgehog told Badger about his journey through the storm, and then, finally, cozy and warm, he fell fast asleep next to the fire. Little Hedgehog stayed with Badger until the storm had gone. As they walked to where his house had been, Little Hedgehog was a little worried. How am I going to build a strong new nest if all the twigs and branches and leaves have blown away? There's nothing left, he asked anxiously. I'll help you, said Badger kindly. We're nearly there now. Surprise! Came the cry when he turned the corner, and Little Hedgehog gasped with delight. That means he was super happy. The animals that he had met in the storm had made him the coziest nest he had ever seen. Look, there's Otter, and there's the deer, and there's the mice that he gave his hat to. This is for the nicest, kindest hedgehog in the whole world, they cried. And now he's ready for winter. See what it is to be a good friend? If you help your friends, they help you. That's because we love each other, right? And I love you, and I will see you very soon, and we will look at this book again, okay? And talk a little bit more about it. Miss you. Hope you like that story, and we'll see you soon. Bye, my friends.